Hello and welcome back to Not a Proper Classic. Voiceover today as microphone went wrong during all of this, but as you can see here to do the hinge, just pointing out that the top hinge is that high up on the wing. It's quite difficult to do. You can see the door's still dropped despite putting the bottom hinge in. So we're just needing to try and look at what to do, how to get in there, how to hopefully get in there. And you can see the video up there. The first one we did, the bottom hinge, but the top hinge needs to be done. We've got the replacement. May have to take the wing off. We're going to hopefully try and do it without, but we're probably not going to have to do that. It's all in there, all those gubbins. So it should be, I think it's 4 screws, bolts. It's 4 bolts is what we need to do in there. So let's look ready to jump in and try and get it done. To try and work this out, because there's no guide what to do it. To use the Yama diagram. And here's the new hinge that I actually ordered from Japan. It's the same as the bottom one. It goes that way around, I think it is. Was it that way around? No, it's that way around, I think. The 2 big ones go onto the door. There you go, as I'm showing it, as it lines up there. So it's roughly that's what we're looking to do. And it's now looking at how we need to fit it all into the car. So now looking at where the bolts are, there's a few kind of on the top. I thought it was initially 2 on the top, so 1 by the light. Then there's 2 on the edge of the door, 2 underneath. We'll come to those later. Possibly some under the wheel arch liner. And there's bound to be some hidden, as we'll find out that we don't think are there, but actually are there, tucked away. But let's take it all apart and see what we can do. So as I was saying earlier, there's the 1 bolt there on the wing, there's the upper bolt there, there's a clip even that goes into the scuttle, and we think there's a bolt underneath that as well. The headlight bolt, which keeps the whole headlight unit, or one of the headlight unit bolts is in there. There's the 2 at the end of the door, or in the door aperture. There might be some under the wheel arch liner, so I'm going to take that out. Try and be careful with some of the clips, which, as you can tell, aren't original. Let's go. I'll just take all those clips out. Now I've got that out. There's the bolt that's holding the bumper to the wing. There's a couple, like in a support thing for the headlight and to the wing, I think, as well, so we need to take those out. Great cab work here by me, but I'm probably pointing. There you go, you can sort of see what my hand is. I think there's 3 bolts up there. One, there's like a wing support, and then there's a headlight support bracket that goes through to the wing. So we'll look to crack those off and get those off the car. Inside, there's one at the top, one at the bottom, quite easily accessible. And so there's the 2 underneath. Those ones aren't too bad. Can't remember what I'm saying here. Probably clips or bolts or something or other. Can't be that important. But we're hoping just to be able to maybe just try and take that end off to get enough room to get to those bolts, which, as you'll find out, was not entirely successful. So you hear the 2 bolts underneath, which are going to be fun. They've already rounded, so I've got a kind of a fancy socket here to try and get them off. So let's see if we can get them off without them snapping. Which didn't happen. So, within a few seconds, the first one snapped off, which is not great. But there's still another bolt there, so, we can try and take that one off. And there's at least still a chance of something being held in there. But, snapping bolts is not the issue for taking stuff off. It's more refitting that's going to be the issue, but let's be gentle with this socket and squeeze it on, see where we're up to. As you can see, I'm trying to be nice and careful not to break it. Just checking it's lefty-loosey, not righty-tighty. Made that mistake before. But yeah, I think I'm trying to get it on, get a nice good fitting of the bolt on there. Yeah, nice good fitting on the bolt. Nice and tight. And you can see the microphone which is doing soddle. So there you go, you can see it's starting to loosen. And bugger, it's happened. It's happened. But, you know, it's off, it's loose, I can at least look to get the wing off. There's no point in crying about it now. There's always ways of getting around it. Whether that's cable ties, drilling the bolts out, or looking at other fixings. I mean, even with the other bolts, it should be fixed on enough, especially once the wheel arch line is in. But yeah, the hinge bolt's not there. Hoping there'll be enough room. Found a hidden bolt under this little plastic panel under the scuttle, which is very difficult to get out of the way. You can't really, there's only really just enough room to get it in there. I had to use an adjustable ratchet spanner, but here we go, we got the wing off in the end. We had to also take off a bolt for the aerial, which also snapped because old Japanese, but there's no hole in there to do that. But that's the one we need to undo, the big bolts at the top. Giving it up a bit of a clean in there as well because it's a bit grotty. But yeah, that's been sat outside and rubbed down with paint, which will be coming in another episode soon. Hopefully soon. But yeah, I need to undo those, undo the ones in the door, and then we can look to swap the hinge round and then realign the door to make sure it doesn't catch or clip and it sits and seals properly. So yeah, I think all the bolts on that side are undone. That's the new hinge there. So yeah, we'll try and carry on and ratchet them off. Don't know how much of this will be on camera because it'll probably be in the way. But yeah, there you go. New hinge is in place. It needs a little bit of jimmying and sorting out because it's not quite sitting properly, but we can do that with the nuts on the inside. But we can move it up and do that on there. But yeah, we just want to make sure that it lines up and it doesn't kind of catch any of the fresh new paintwork that will be on there when it's all finished. So there you go, 2 new hinges, and then we just need to put all of that front wing back together, which again, we've got it fun, but it's easier. As the Haynes manual said, refitting is just the opposite of removal. If only it were actually all that simple, but no, it wasn't too bad. So yeah, I've got the wing back on. I think I've just put a cable tie just on the bottom of the short-term measure. We'll look to sort it out properly. But I've reconnected those bolts around the headlights and the wing support bracket and everything on that side. The 2 in the door, across the top. That's the old hinge, and you can sort of see just how loose. If there was sound, you could hear that rattling. But yeah, it's all quite loose. It doesn't look necessarily like a lot, but there's a lot of movement in there, and combined with the other one that was worse than that, I think actually that's why that door had dropped. But yeah, we've got the new hinge on, so that's all good. Probably something about in the comments about whatever, but comment if you want about how you've done this. But yeah, I'm just going to refit the wheel arch liner now, so then it will be ready to use when it's done. But yeah, just putting all the clips back in. Some of them broke on the way out, so we've got replacements, as you can see from that tub. Some were good. Just refitting underneath the bottom as well, the, what do you call it, not skid plate, whatever on that side. But yeah, now I'm just going to put the wheel on, can drop him back down, and it'll be good. But yeah, we are making progress with him. He's looking a lot better than he did when we first got him, which was quite scabby and not working properly. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to everything being on, everything working, him being fully painted, and then we can look to properly clean and detail him, buff the headlights again, maybe get some new wheel trims, or paint his existing wheel trims that he's got. But yeah, really looking forward to it. just going to go and get the torque wrench and the socket and stuff now. I will properly torque the wheels back up when it's on the floor. The airline's not in place at the moment, so yeah, I'll make sure they're torqued up properly. Obviously you can't do them well on the way down, just checking what size nut and bolt it is. I think it's a 21. I think I'll try the 17 and 19 first before getting to the 21. But yeah, I think it's a 21 socket for the wheel nuts. And then yeah, we can look to finally get the wheel bolts tightened up, torqued up, and he's back on his own wheels, ready for painting the following weekend, I think it was. But yeah, you'll find out more of the whole painting shenanigans in a future video. So yeah, as I say, they're kind of tightened up as much as I can do with them in the air. So thank you for watching. We'll tidy up everything. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one, which could be the full painting video. Cheers guys.